Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Today we're looking at Pauri 37, and in the last few weeks we've been exploring the 5 stages of spiritual progression. It starts with righteous living, the idea that there is more to life. You realize your purpose in life and you alter your perception, what your life is about, and you begin to walk on the path. Then comes the stage of awakening, where the awareness moves away from the self into that bigger divine story. Then there are endeavors that you do to maintain that awareness, that endeavor to mold and shape the mind. With purposeful living and with wisdom, all that we have to offer is our endeavors, is our efforts. And we can only hope for them to be successful. The power to achieve something, the power to succeed is not in our hands. We can only do the effort. But the final outcome is not in our hands, it is in the hands of divine grace. And to this, Guru Nanak Dev Ji begins the 4th stage, saying, Karam Khand Ki Bani Jor. The word Karam means grace. Bani, as we've seen in the last verse, is from the word Banavat, which means the creation, the outcome. Jor here means power. So we can translate this line, Karam Khand Ki Bani Jor. The state of grace's creation is power. So in the last verse we saw that the state of endeavor was to refining your consciousness. We saw the line, Tithe Kadiya Surt Mat Man Buddh. So there, the awareness, identity, intelligence and the mind gets shaped. They get molded. So the ones who've refined their awareness, their identity, their mind, their thinking, they begin to understand who is controlling their life and all life. They begin to understand that their actions are not their actions, but rather their actions are under the control, under the power of something greater than the individual. It is under the universe's power. One of the questions that a spiritual seeker always seeks to get the answers for is around what actions should we be performing? What should we be doing? Are there certain prayers? Are there certain mantras? Is there a certain diet? Should we eat meat? Should we grow our hair? What prayers should we be doing? What are the meditations that allow us to progress? And the questions are always around which actions do I perform that will benefit me the most? Saram Khand is all about performing those actions which remove the self from within you. So this is why the action itself is irrelevant if it isn't shaping the mind. If it isn't refining your mind, then that action becomes useless. When your actions are done in true humility, as a real humble endeavor, Saram Khand, only then can grace pour into you. If you're doing the actions based on arrogance, based on ego, based on a sense of self-importance, then there's no room for grace. So what Saram, that humble endeavor does, Saram, that humility, completely empties you out. And only when you are empty are you ready for that grace to fill you. So you have to remove yourself completely so that only the oneness is left inside you. That the oneness fills your mind, your body and your spirit. Karam khand ki bani jor, tithai hor na koi hor. There in Karam Khand exists none nor no other. Tithai hor na koi hor. Here at this point, you do not see yourself as separate. You do not see yourself as being anything but the divine itself, part of that divine light. That you no longer relate to the matter of your body, the physical body. You no longer relate to the mind. You no longer relate to the self. In fact, all of those are part of that divine light. Karam khand ki bani jor, tithai hor na koi hor. If we look at the language of this Shabad, we can see that Guru Nanak Dev Ji has used similar words and similar uses of poetry in earlier Shabads in Pauri 16. After Guru Nanak Dev Ji in that verse talked about the description of the Panch, Guruji says, Tarti hor parai hor hor, tiste par tale kavan jor. And here Guruji says, Karam khand ki bani jor, tithai hor na koi hor. So in Pauri 16, Guru is asking the question, what is the power that supports the weight of all the worlds, all the planets and all the stars? And in bringing the same language, Guruji is essentially asking the same question, what is the power that supports you? What is the power that is controlling you? When your identity has been eliminated, then who is supporting you? Who is supporting everyone else? What is that power that is supporting all the things around you? Who controls your thoughts, your actions? The same force that controls you is the same force that controls the planets and the stars. And Guruji goes on in that Pauri 16 to explain what is that power. Ji jaat ranga ke nav sabna likhya vudi kalam. All beings of various names and colors, they are all being written. Their story is being explained, is being written out by that continuous pen, vudi kalam. So the answer to the question, what is the power behind all things? It is the power of hukam. It is the story that is being written at every moment. That is the one that is showering the gifts of grace on everyone. Hukam is the undercurrent which links all living beings and keeps all things working in harmony. So the ultimate grace, the Karam Khand, the state of grace, is to alleviate you from the delusion of your own power and control. When you understand and express your life as a flowing expression of that divine will, then you will know that you have no room for I to be in control of your life. And Guruji has in fact gone one step further to explain this concept of power and jor and the lack of control that the saint understands himself to have. In Pauri 33, Guruji exclusively talks about jor. Akhan jor chupai nahi jor. No power to speak nor to be silent, no power to ask or to give, no power to live or die, no power to rule, no power to be in awareness, in wisdom, or in contemplation. No power of technique to liberate yourself or liberate the world. Jis hath jor kar vekhe soe, in whose hand lies that power, that one does and observes everything. Nanak uttam neech na koi. Guru Nanak Dev Ji ends that verse by saying, who are we to claim that we are high or low when we have no control over whether we are high or low? When you have walked the path, you have understood the wisdom, you have refined your mind to such a point where all the endeavors have led you to this final understanding that I do not exist, I have no control. Karam khand ki bani jor, tithe hor na koi hor. In fact, here, at this point, I have been given the grace that I realize that right here is the one that I've been looking for. Tithe hor na koi hor. There is in fact no one else here. There isn't even a me here to unite with God. The refinement of the Saram Khand has led me to the point of completely grinding my ego out. So all that remains is the one itself. Tithe hor na koi hor. When you live in such a level of consciousness, you realize that that level was not something of your own achievement. It was karam, it was grace. So who are the people who are at this state? Tithe jod maha balasur. Here Guruji has used 3 different words to mean warrior. There are warriors, jod, mahabal, mighty heroes, and surme, soldiers. This is the state of mind of the greatest warriors known to man. And who are the greatest warriors known to man? Guruji says, Jako har rang lago is jug mein so kahiyat hai sura. The ones who have obtained divine love, they are called the greatest warriors. The saints are the ones who are the true warriors in the world. They are the greatest heroes of the world. They are the greatest inspiration of mankind. Because the path of the warrior is the path of sacrifice. The warrior is one who's willing to give everything up, even give up their own life for something greater than themselves. And the path of the warrior is the path of the saint. The saint is the true warrior because the saint has sacrificed everything. Now, take a moment to think about your life right now. Take a moment to think about all the things that you associate with in life. Everything that you call yours. Your body, your mind, your family, your home, your lifestyle, your friends, your habits, your hobbies, the things that make you unique, the things that make you you, one of a kind. This is the path of giving everything up. And most importantly, giving up your sense of self. So these are the true warriors because they have conquered their mind. They are the warriors of the mind. They are the warriors of life. They've given up all of the attachments within the mind and all temptations to the world. Guru Nanak Dev Ji explained that the ones who conquer their mind will conquer the world. Man jeete, jag jeet.